I can't believe that, man. I'm trying to sort my furniture ply order. The screws came out all around the sides. Right, let's go for a cut. 166 centimeters. Welcome back. It's week 39 of my vlogs. We are in the van. I am about to drive down to the workshop. I need to figure out offloading all the flooring stuff that we picked up the other day. And then I have a airport return at about 4:30 today. Pick up the Vandango from the airport and then we'll probably head home. These people are probably looking at me like, what the hell's that weirdo doing? But anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Should be good progress this week, guys. Enjoy. Not sure what happened there. I thought I was recording for like the last 10 minutes and yeah, I didn't press record. I was just unpacking the van, but as you can see, I am pretty much there. I can't believe that, man. I'm on the last sheet. Yeah, unpacking everything. PIR board, battens, then there's the other 3 sheets. But yeah, I was just saying, I've been down here. 1 second, let me put you down. I can show you the last sheet anyway. But I've been down here for the last hour or so. Came down, there is, I need to show you this as well. Russ, who rents the workshop, got some new equipment delivered. So he's got a big box here. I swear I remember showing you this. So I don't understand where that footage has gone. I did this exact thing and I went, look here. And then I put it back down. I just have to do it all. Lydia is coming down to pick me up because she's going to take me to the airport so I can pick up the Vandango rental camper because we've got an airport return. So that's at 4:30. It's now 3:30. So she'll be down in the next 15-20 minutes or so. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Oh well. Saves me in the editing phase of this video because I'll be cursing when there's like 20 minutes worth of footage at a time. It's a nightmare for me. So we only got 1 sheet left. Good thing I checked, otherwise we would have had none. Watch the window. My hat. Can't see a thing right now. My hat has come down. My hat came down in my face. I went in a bit blind there. I was like this. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Well, I've moved all the sheets now. Lydia's going to be like, oh, why'd you do that? Why? I've come down to help you. PIR sheets, battens, ply. So yeah, main thing for this week is going to be the flooring. I'll have to get this old floor lifted. Once we've done that, we'll have to give it a good clean, make sure there's no rust or anything like that. We'll go around with the Hammerite just to touch up any areas if need be. I'll probably do the walls at the same time. There's a couple of different areas. You know where you take say for example, you take the screw out off the plywood walls. I just want to touch around them areas in case there's been any nicked paintwork or anything like that. So that's what we'll do. And then we'll start thinking about getting the PIR board down along with the battens and then sheet it with the ply, finish, and then it'll be ready for the vinyl. I found what I normally do is I set multiple tasks for the week. And then by the end of it, when I'm looking back at the footage, I'm like, oh, well, I've only done 1 or 2 of them. So let's do 1 at a time. Main focus is the flooring. Whatever else we can do this week is a bonus. I can't believe I missed me offloading the van. But like I say, editor me, when it comes to Friday, Saturday this week, will be thankful because this week that's just gone out, we're just going out today on Sunday at 6 o'clock. What a mammoth task that was to get up. It was like, I imported it all into the editing software and I had it was like 4 hours and 50 minutes worth of footage, which I've cut down to about 44 minutes, which is good. It's quite a good video. I'm chuffed with that one. We'll have more of the same this week, promise. Let's get something done. Because I missed all me moving out the van. I'm shifting this PIR board on camera. So at least I can use some. Oh yeah, so heavy this. Just imagine this was the sheet ply. Right, I got a bit of time to burn, so I thought why not just get this floor lifted, ready for a clean tomorrow. M10 bolts holding them down, I think all it is. Let's just go. I don't know what it is. When I first get down, it always takes me a bit to get going. Now I'm doing this, I'm thinking I should have just cracked on straight away. Right, 2. Last 2. I mean, these should lift out now. I'm unsure what the crack is here. I've just removed all the bolts that keep them in. It's hard to lift. I'm assuming it's bonded as well. There's nothing else holding it in. Well, I can't imagine there is, so I just need to get fucking... I just need to stop being a little pussy and get it lifted. Oh, my fingers, you fucker. Oh, fuck. This is a crowbar job or something. Swear down. Holy wick. We have, oh, turn this down. We've collected the van. You guys had a good time. They said they stayed in a couple of vans now. So this is something they have done before. Not on the island, but they said this is the best one they've done. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Anyway, I don't know. I might just head home now. I was half tempted to go back to the unit to try and lift that flooring, but I'm half tempted to just call it a day. Get home, get this van sorted. It is Tuesday afternoon and I'm just down at the unit in the Vandango camper. Outside, I am just having some lunch. I'm trying to sort my furniture ply order. I'm going through Morelands, who provide the furniture ply, and I'm trying to put in an order. I've been speaking to them. I actually contacted them at the start of November, asking what the shipping costs were to the Isle of Man. And at the time they came back and they were like, oh, shipping, what's your order? How many sheets are you ordering? And they came back and they're like, oh, shipping's free. Anyway, I go and place an order last Friday as they had an offer on, Black Friday offer on, and I got an error because there was no availability to ship to the Isle of Man. Surprise, surprise. Tried to call them. They finished at 2:30, so I couldn't speak to anyone. I sent them an email saying, look, I tried to place an order with your Black Friday offer. Called them on the Monday to say the situation. They were like, that's fine, we're just looking into your email. We're just trying to figure out the shipping costs because it's to the Isle of Man. And I was like, wait, well, I've been told multiple times that it's free. I've got an email. Came back with a quote for £325. £325 for it to be shipped to the Isle of Man. I was told on 2 different occasions that the shipping would be free, and then it was not. And just, it's annoying because I could have planned around it. If I knew there was going to be a cost for shipping that expensive, I would have planned one of my trips to pick up the ply. I guess I know for next time. £211 plus VAT for double-sided laminate furniture ply, 12mm. You're having a laugh, mate. That is ridiculous. I'll give you a shout once I've put my order in. I need to get it done because it's probably like a 14-day lead time or so. So I need to get that done. Once I'm sorted in here, finish my lunch, I need to figure out the flooring. That's what we're sorting for the rest of the week, which is going to be quite a cool task. Should really make a massive difference to the van once the flooring's in. Yesterday I was just at the desk all day, emailing back and forward, and then ordered my water tanks yesterday. So I've got two underslung water tanks, 109 litre fresh, 175 litre waste, a load of water things for it. That was about 700 quid's worth an order. All the ply, if you're wondering, is coming in at about 3.3k. Which is ridiculous cost. Honestly, it makes me feel sick thinking about it. Keep on thinking, why not I just get plain sheets and paint it, but it's not going to look as good. We're lifting the floor with the help of Chris. It's like bonded in the middle.
It's quite bad. It's quite bad.
Chris had an idea, so we're lifting it out.
The fact that it's so cold,
It's just full stickiness.
yeah. You're going to reach a point there where you're not going to. So if we do the same here,
Yeah. slowly lifting all the bond from underneath. Floor's been removed. How'd you like that? Right, that's the flooring out. We just need to give that a bit of a clean. I've just had an email back from Moreland to say they're not budging on the shipping. Yeah, so I'm going to jump back in the van to organise that, and then we'll come and sort this out. So we've put the order in for the plywood from Moreland's. Surprise, surprise, we got caught out by shipping costs again. £330 worth of shipping on there. Total bill came in at £3,250, which is insane. The outgoings never seem to stop. What can you do? We need to keep on working and get it finished, don't we? So ply's in now. I'm going to make my way into the workshop just to give the floor a bit of a clean and a once over, and I'll figure it out from there. I forgot my coat, so it's absolutely Baltic down here. Just been sat in the van. I've had the diesel heater on in the Vandango. Had the diesel heater on down here, so it's not been too bad, but yeah, that workshop's bloody Baltic, mate. Right, let's get a bit done on this van because we need to get it finished now, because I am getting drained of my cash. Just removing the excess adhesive with a trim tool. So I'm just going to push this through, and then I'll go over it with some alcohol spray. Just gave the floor a bit of a clean, as you've seen. I've lifted all the sticky stuff that was remaining. The bond that was keeping the floor down. Sticky disc thing from Amazon. I've seen these on one of the A Book Life videos. I got it for doing the side trims on the van, but it works perfectly well for just lifting what was left of the residue on the van there. I've been a bit rubbish today, to be honest with you. I've not used my mics once. Been a bit of a half-assed job on the van. I think because I was back and forward trying to make the purchase of the wood and going back and forward emailing. I just haven't got into doing the this van very much so. Oh! Got my knee pads. Looking after those knees, boy. Helped massively when I was kneeling down then, so good purchase if I do say so. But yeah, I'm gonna head home, call it night, come down tomorrow, and we'll make a bit more of an effort on this. Sorry guys. Just stopped up at B&Q. Some conduit for under the floor, so I can run my DC to DC cable from the van battery to the electric system in the back. Figured I'll need that. I've got it. Right, let's go down and sort some flooring. In fact, I just need to nip back home because I need to pick up some tools that were delivered. I've just had a thought, come back up to B&Q. I have a feeling the conduit that I bought, it's going to be too thick for under the floor. I need to change it from 20mm to 10. Before we start laying the floor in, I just want to pop some of the Dodo Thermo line around the wheel arches. Some large pieces off. Let's see how we get on with this. It's all taped in Thermoline. It actually makes quite a difference when you even from the sound deadening on this side to sound deadening and Thermoline on this side makes a big difference. Right, I'm not going to bore you with this one. I'll just in the middle. Oh, magic. There we go. Honestly, right, it's a game changer when you get to the level and you unlock the fast click editing in the old realms of van conversions on YouTube. Honestly, it saves so much time. If you're into it, just wait until you get to that level. Anyway, right, both sides are now thermo lined and taped up. I think what I want to do now is, I don't know whether I want to put some sound deadening sheets or cutouts of the sheets in between these little ribbed areas. It's going to be insulated. I don't know whether it's overboard. I might just do it because once it's down, I'm not going to get the chance to again. So I don't want to see someone say, oh, you should have done that. And then I thought would be like, oh, well, I can't now because the floor's down and so on. So I'm going to put some sheets into the ridges. Then we're going to look to start building up the floor. Right, let's get the sound deadening sheets. We're a bit pushed for space in the old workshop, boy. How many sheets in there? 1. We need the new box. Oh. Good thing we got 2 boxes, eh? Only 1 left. Before I put the sound deadening or do anything with the floor, I just want to go over with some Hammerite metal protect and pop it on any of the, well, anywhere there's little nicks or any little rusty bits, just to stop them from getting any worse. I'm talking, well, there's not much. With it being fairly new, it's not too bad. There's a couple of bits, well, I'm taking off this plastic, one to give it a clean. Woohoo! That is absolutely minging, mate. Right, anyway, there's a couple of nicks around the door area where little rust spots. So what I want to do is just go over them with some Hammerite paint and just, yeah, stop them from getting any worse. While the floor's out, we might as well protect it while we can. So that's what we'll do. Don't tell me what to do. My brush pan, where are you, brush pan? I see pan. Oh, I see brush. Brush and pan, brush and pan. Take the seal off a little bit and give it a good brush. I'm gonna get the hoover on it. Yeah, so just give the van a quick hoover. And then this is the plastic bit I removed. It just basically covers up this section of the van. And there's little rusted bits, which I just want to put some protection on. There's also some tiny rust bits on the floor, which I'm just going to go over with some Hammerite to give it a bit of protection. And then also I'm going to go around the walls because I have noticed where the screw went in here that held in the ply line. I just want to touch up them screw holes with a bit of Hammerite paint as well, just to give them a bit of protection. It's all a bit scuffed, so a bit of protection on there. It won't go amiss. I think it's worth doing. There we go, there's the Hammerite at the end. Yeah, Hammerite direct to rust to protect it, stop any of them little sections getting any worse. 2023 plate, so fairly new van, so the floor, the walls are in great condition. Some of the Hammerite on wherever the screws came out, all around the sides, and then I also just popped the bit on wherever it was scuffed up. There's not much on the floor. It all pretty much came up with the alcohol spray, the isotope. Handy. Ordered it from Amazon. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this sound deadening and cut them into quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they should fit quite nicely in the channels, or some of the channels anyway. Once they're down into 4s, they'll just fit quite nicely there. So what I'll do now is cut a bunch of these. That's quite a lot. So we get on. Let's go there. I'm calling it a night down at the unit. I've just put together backdoor stop or backdoor protector. Looks so much better now, it's all clean. I didn't realise how mucky it was under there. Struts are back on, just had to take them off for a second while I was footing it. We have Thermo lined both the wheel arches. As you've just watched, I have put the sound deadening strips in. Do let me know whether you think that's a waste of time, because yeah, I don't know. 50-50 whether it's worth it, because the ribs that are already in it, it's not much sound coming through there. Anyway, I've done a couple of strips, as you can see. But yeah, that's all done. Just gonna pack up or wrap up now and head home, and then we'll come down again tomorrow and then proper get our teeth in doing the floor. Now all the prep stuff's done and the wheel arches and things like that. So, right, packing up for the evening. See you tomorrow. It's Thursday. I was hoping to get a bit done on the van. I've come down to the unit, but I'm just gonna head home. I've been sat in the small van out the front, trying to sort what I'm gonna do with my wood, emailing some other suppliers to see if they can get hold of any, trying different colours, you know, I like different colours, and I just can't find anything. So I've wasted a couple of hours there, sorted out some of my rubbish. Chris is currently sorting this van, which he said should be out by tomorrow, which will give me a bit more space. And if I'm cutting the battens and things, I think, yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more space. So it's a bit of a write-off today. We'll be back again tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's Friday afternoon. We are back down at the unit. We're gonna make a start, attempt number 2 on getting the flooring done. Now, we've got a game changer. Chris has just sorted us out with a chop saw. Hell yeah, this is gonna make this, cutting these battens up, so much easier. So, a bit more up for it today. When I was down here yesterday, there was no chance. And it's worked in our favor, because now Chris is down here and he said, let me sort you out, Jack. I've got something that will make it easier. Oh, there's Russ in the background. Let's get the battens sorted. First of all, I just want to make sure I know where each of them are going. These are all 3.6 meters, which is just a bit longer than what I think the van load bay is. Right, let's go for a bit of a layout idea. You need one down the back, obviously. So the closer they are. That'll do. 2 smaller bits on the edge, something up the back there, 1 bit on that back bit. Do I want one running at the back? Right, so the first batten I want to cut down is one that runs along the front of the van just before you go into the cab area. So run it along there, I think. Let's just get a measurement for that. Roughly 166 centimeters. Right, let's go for a cut. 166 centimeters. Oh my God, it's so wet out there. Yeah, how do I bring this in then? No, it just pushes. Okay, cool. Bang on, 166, boy. That fits nicely in there. The weather conditions outside are absolutely grim right now. It's horrendous out there. Luckily, we're in the workshop. What I'm gonna do, so I just need to do a bit of figuring out on the batten side. I'll get you up as a time lapse, just so I can crack on a little bit, save me stopping and starting all the time and moving the camera around. So I'll get you set up and then I'll check back in once we've got them all chopped, and then we'll go from there, people. We'll see you in a second. Right, I've been cutting up battens and I've also spent too long just cutting these little spaces. So the van's got rib sections on the floor, so I'm going to put all the main battens along them But in the sections near the edge where there is none, I'm just creating the spaces. I've done it for the side door. Well, I had done it for the side door, but I've got fed up with cutting them. So I'm calling it a day for the night. This is where we're up to. Like on this side bit here, I was debating whether to have it on this rib section or cut them little off cutty bits, run it along closer to the wall. Chris has told me one thing, because I sent him the picture to ask. I sent the same picture to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has said different than Chris. What do I do in this situation? I'll speak to Chris tomorrow about it, see what he has to say. He was concerned if you put it too close to the wall, squeaking and so on and so on. I'm not sure. I'm cutting these spaces. I'm fed up now. It's absolutely grim out, by the way. Even though I'm inside, everything's blowing around in here because the wind's so strong. All the knocking sound, it's been raining. It's just a really miserable evening. So I think home's calling, a little bit of tea, call it early, and then get back down tomorrow and finish these battens off. I need to get this video sorted as well. Oh man. All right, I need to get my ass into gear, mate. I'm just slacking. Come on, Jack. Right, calling it. See you later. Ciao. Hello, everyone. We are down at the unit. It's Saturday afternoon. I've just finished editing this week's video this far, so up to this point right now. Just got down to the unit. It's about 3:30, and now I'm just wanting to finish up this framing for the subfloor. A couple of bits to do on it. To cut one piece for that corner there. I need to figure out just in and around the side wall, and then I need a bunch of cross pieces to run along to join the lengthways together. Once I've done that as well, I need to cut a bunch more of these little spaces just for any of the unsupported bits around the edges. We'll just cut a load of them, and then we've got them then, and then wherever needs them or needs a bit of support, we can just run them along. So what I'll do is I'll just chuck on my ear defenders. It was pissing me off yesterday. I think it was more the weather, like the wind and everything, and all the knocking going on. I should have just put these headphones on, and it would have just made it a bit quieter. I'm a bit all over the shop, to be honest. Which one's right? That looks big. Fucking nice one. I'm gonna use this one. We pretty much have all the battens cut for the subfloor now. There's a couple minor ones that are missing. Just need like, where did I do? Look, I'll show you now. It's probably going to be easier. There's all the battens for the subfloor. All pretty much done now. We've got the length ones, and then we've got some cross joints all the way across. I've utilised these little shims in places where it's slightly lower. I need to do a couple more just on these smaller cross-section ones. And then the only bits that I potentially want to cut now, so the likes off here, where we've got a cross section all the way along, where we've got a small gap between the likes of the side step additional piece and then the standard length batten. I'm unsure whether to cut a cross section just along to fill these places, so only a very small bit, something like that, just to sit in there. But the only reason I want to, because if I label that's where a cross joint is and that bit's not filled and I go to drill something in there because I think there's one and it's just not going to take, so for the sake of just putting a piece in these little bits, same with down near the wheel arch, there's just a section there, so I might just do a couple of smaller bits to fill them and then we'll be golden. We'll have a really solid frame for our subfloor, for our plywood to sit on, and then also for the PIR boards to be cut up and fit in between nice and snugly. I think the rest of the subfloor fitting is going to be in next week's video. That is just the unfortunate thing with me doing weekly vlogs instead of just putting video out when we've done something. Things get missed and then they get split over 2 videos. I'm not sure if it's that big of a deal. I can always do separate videos down the line, but for now, because it's a weekly vlog, I'm pushed for time, so there's no chance that I'll get the rest of it into this week's video. However, it'll be in next week's. But that's not for now. That's for once I finish bonding these down, which I'll show you a bit more of now we're almost finished cutting. So I've got a bit of thinking to do because I've got my conduit that I picked up from B&Q the other day. Just figuring out where I want to run it. Logically, I think my best bet is to run it along this length here in this little ribbed section off the van. So I've got 60mm by 60mm conduit, so it'll sit just shy of under each of the cross sections. So I'll just need to take a notch out of each of them, which I'm going to do with either the jigsaw or the multi-tool. But I'm thinking that's going to run quite nicely all the way along that rib section. And it's going to come out, run it all the way along, bring it out somewhere along here. And then we've got access up and through into the fuse box under the passenger seat, as well as the battery, which is somewhere under there, I'm pretty sure. It is, isn't it? I'm not being stupid here, am I? No, it is under here, because I remember seeing it when I went under this bit. That's where the battery is. I'm saying that pretty confidently, I'm pretty sure it's there. That'll give me access from all the way use battery area. Yeah, so quite neat access, because you'll be able to feed cables up through that plastic bit, and then we'll just build up a step anyway, so you won't even see it, and then direct access, and then all the way along into where our electric setup's going to be. So our electric cupboard's going to be somewhere here. So I'm just figuring out, do I just pop a access straight there? I don't know. Looks like you come all the way out to here, stick a little right angle, run it along there, pop them up somewhere there. Or I don't actually know. I thought I was going to bond this down today, but I think I'm going to have a think on it. I'll only get one chance. Once it's bonded, it's bonded. I'm not going to be able to redo it then, so maybe I need to have a think on it. I mean, all the battens are cut out now. Oh golly, everything just takes longer than what you expect. Right, I've got a couple more shims that I want to cut out for some of the cross beams, just so it's all level. Then I might call it a day. Just accept that this is taking much longer than what I expect it to. I think I need to have a think on this conduit. Let's get some shims done quickly. I'm just about to start cutting some more of these shims, but a quick one. I've just made it so much easier for me to cut them. I just popped the pencil mark, so when I want to cut them, I can just run the wood up to the pencil mark, and then it cuts them at the perfect height. Saves so much time. I just thought to myself, I don't have to measure them each time if I do that, and that'll just rub off once I'm finished. So let's chop some of these. So guys, I am calling it a night. I have cut all the support beams, all the battens for the subfloor now. Quite happy with them. So I've got, let's just give you a full, all the length ones done, around the wheel arches, up to the edge of the wall, around the side door. And I've also done all the little filler ones. I forgot the name of them. I've done so many of them now. Just any of the bits that need bringing up to level. So I'm quite happy with that now. I am going to call it a night here and not bother bonding them now because I need to figure out the bits with the conduit. So I need to cut them all down before I bond it down. So there's a bit to do and it's just a bit late now. It's half 8. I haven't had any tea, so I want to head home, have some dinner, and then yeah, I'll have to come down tomorrow. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to call this video here. I'm pretty gutted that I haven't got the insulation in with the ply down and finished off the subfloor, but I just faffed around this week, I can't lie to you. I didn't really get properly into it. I think with the wood order, I didn't even say in the video, I was editing today and I didn't even say, and I just kind of mentioned it, but the wood that we ordered on the Tuesday, I got an email the following day to say it's not in stock and it won't be until the end of January. So I've had to review the colour situation. I think I know which colour I'm going to go for, but I just need to call them on Monday. More to follow on that. Colour originally that I wanted is not in stock, so we'll go for something else. But yeah, I'm pretty miffed off that I haven't finished this off, but what can I do? It's my first one. Got to take my time, got to do it right, make sure everything's going to be proper. And then, yeah, it's because I'm doing the weekly vlog. So if I wasn't doing the weekly vlog, having to get an upload for 6 o'clock tomorrow, I would have just continued, but so be it. We'll finish off the subfloor early next week. We'll get the ply laid down, and then hopefully we'll have the guys from DNL Flooring pop down and give us a hand fitting the LVT finish to it. And then that'll be the flooring complete. And then it'll be on to running the electric cables and so on and so on. So yeah, quite exciting. Right, I'm waffling. Thanks very much for waffling. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in next week's. See you later, people.